What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Browns training camp position preview. And today I'll be previewing the Browns defensive line. Now, right off the bat, I'm just going to come out and say that I honestly think we have one of the nastiest front fours in the NFL. I mean, you got Myles Garrett and Olivier Vernon at defensive end. And then you got Larry Ogunjobi, who I think is going to have a monster year this year, and Sheldon Richardson in the interior plugging up them running holes. Nobody even going to be able to get through. You cannot block these guys when fully healthy, of course. Looking at you, Olivier. Freaking 10 games, 3.5 sacks. Okay. It would have been nice to have him, maybe go back to his Miami days when that dude was an absolute monster. But it seems that ever since he went to New York, he became injury prone. And now he's got some pressure on him because this is his contract year. And in case you didn't know, the Browns actually restructured his contract a little bit ago. And they also added a no tag clause, which means we can't put the franchise tag on him. And that pretty much guarantees that he will be a free agent come next March. So if he wants to get the bag, he better go out there and ball out. And honestly, I think he will, if he can stay healthy. Now, behind our starting front four, of course, you got Chad Thomas, who, when Myles Garrett was suspended, was the only semblance of a pass rush that we had the entire last 6 games of the season. He was the only guy who could consistently get to the quarterback, which is very sad. Then you got Andrew Billings, one of our free agent acquisitions, a guy that I really like. You have Jordan Elliott, a rookie that we drafted in the 3rd round in this past year's draft. And then, of course, you got Adrian Claiborne, who is actually the last free agent that we have signed so far. And he was signed right around the beginning of this whole pandemic thing. So, yeah, it's been that long since we've signed any free agents. Now, I'm pretty sure we could sign some free agents, but don't know if that will happen. Now, other than those 8, you have guys like Porter Gustin, Daniel Ekuale, Eli Ankou, Robert McCray, Justin Zimmer. Then you have 2 undrafted rookies in George Obinna and Jeffrey Waitley. Yeah. And to think that guys like Porter and Eli and Robert and Justin, they were getting significant playing time after Myles got suspended. That just shows how bad our pass rush was last year when Myles was suspended. Mainly because Olivier Vernon was hurt and we wasn't really getting a lot out of Larry and Sheldon. But hopefully, if Myles goes out there and absolutely kills it like I think he will, and if Olivier can stay healthy, if we even keep Olivier. I know a lot of Browns fans are talking about us going after Jadeveon Clowney, and I guess you could say there's still a teeny tiny chance that we maybe still go after him. But if we were going to go after a pass rusher, I'm honestly looking at guys like Everson Griffin, and here's a name you might need to keep an eye on, Cameron Wake. Yeah, the former Miami Dolphin and Tennessee Titan. Keep an eye on him. And then, of course, you got Clay Matthews, too, who I guess you could call a pass rusher. I would not mind bringing him in. You know, he'd be a good veteran presence for the young guys. But, we'll see what happens if we sign any other free agents. Wouldn't surprise me if we signed a couple guys before training camp starts up in a couple days. But in terms of who I think will make the final roster, of course, I think it'll be the first 8 guys that I mentioned. And then out of the next group of guys, Porter Gustin, Daniel Ekuale, Eli, Robert, Justin, and then George and Jeffrey, I think we're going to probably keep, I'm going to say Daniel Ekuale. I think it'd be good to have some depth in the interior. So, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. And that's going to wrap it up for this video. As always, hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the dislike if you didn't. It doesn't really matter, like always. Subscribe if you're new, and hit that bell so you know when I go live and when I post videos, because it's about to get super lit on this channel. I can already tell you that. Action's about to pick up. We got baseball starting up officially tomorrow. Indians don't play until Friday. But, of course, I will be streaming tomorrow doing my little Indians season preview that I should have been doing like a couple months ago. But, of course, the season was delayed, Then, of course, you got Browns content coming out. You got Cavs stuff coming out every once in a while whenever I hear news about them. But, yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. I'm Crazy Dog 99. Let's go, Browns. And I'm out.